Welcome back to another episode of What the Fuck Are the Planets Doing Today? I'm your host, Brooke, and let's dive into the chart, shall we? So today we have Mars and Pluto in their exact opposition, okay? We're going to be feeling this over the next 2 to 3 days, all right? And I also want to point out that we're still in that T square with the sun. Okay, yes, it is a 2-degree orb. It is not quite exact, but we're going to be feeling this. Okay, there's going to be a lot of darkness tonight brought to light, and I am deeply concerned about all the world leaders meeting for the Pope's funeral. Like, I would avoid, whoa, they don't want me to say that, major throat clearing. I would avoid any traditional religious places. Okay, this could really spark major religious, because, you know, Taurus does rule a lot of traditions, and so does Capricorn, okay? But to me, Taurus is more like the Pope. Those traditions, you know what I mean? So with this, you see Mars is here at 3 degrees, Pluto's at 3 degrees, and we're in that exact opposition. And I also want to note that Lilith is almost in her opposition with the sun. The moon has already had its conversation with Neptune. And so Neptune and Aries, I do feel that we're going to start breaking away from traditional norms. And when you actually research the different stories of the different prophets of each religion, they're all the same. They have the exact same story. They go through the exact same things. So I feel like we're going to start breaking away from these traditional things. All right. Now, Uranus is at 26 degrees and is in an exact trine with the South Node and is conjunct Algol. So, the last time Uranus was conjunct Algol was the first attempt against Trump. Pew, pew. Okay, the next one. And we had this opposition building up then too. Okay, and then with the last opposition, we had New Year's. Y'all know what happened New Year's Day, okay? I'm really trying to override that energy and be like, nope, we're done with this. Nope, we're clearing that Martin energy. Nope, we're moving past that. But I do feel that we're going to have the dark try to hold on. We're seeing that with them not releasing the list. We're seeing that with them not making arrest. So I'm telling you, people that are not here for the good of humanity is going to lose their divine protection. That goes along with leaders. Okay? They have to be doing right by humanity because we are in those times. You are not going to be able to be a false prophet and use religion as a mask, because that's what's being exposed. That's what Pluto is blowing up right now, is religion being used as a mask, okay, to fool the masses. I do not participate in organized religion because I know the Masons put all churches that they built and started on key ley lines in order to hijack the Most High's energy. And that comes from the people that are truly connected to God, aka the Omega, aka Source Creator, the Most High. Okay, you all are the ones that are the only ones strong enough to bring anything into manifestation. Whether it be the end of the world, whether it be, all of these dark things being brought to light. Now, I want you to note that Saturn and Venus are still conjunct. We're working up to this Taurus full moon, which I will be doing my new moon healing circle on Sunday. I've already got it set up under the events tab on my website, 12thhousequeenbee.com. Would love to have you join us. And this is going to be a pretty powerful time, because the last time I manifested with Saturn and Venus, I was blown away at how quickly I was actually picked up and put into my manifestations. Hold on, okay? Because over the next 24 hours, specifically with Uranus being there, I was thinking about this. Uranus, it's not that it's bad. It can be. It's a pretty dark shadow, all right? It's a pretty dark shadow. I had Uranus station retrograde on my Chiron, and I didn't see any of what happened coming. And that's the thing about Uranus. And then what happened after that retrograde, I discovered my ability of being able to call in the rain. Now, it wasn't what I thought was going to happen, by no means. So Uranus is the disruptor. It's going to bring chaos and conflict. It's going to bring heartache. And then you're going to look back and go, holy smokes, look at what I learned going through that process. So hold on. Okay, Jupiter is now at 20 degrees of Gemini and in a trine with Pallas. So I'm working into that trine with Zeus. There's going to be a lot that is brought to light with Jupiter. Jupiter is actually just starting to deliver a lot of the facts. Now, as Jupiter gets ready to move into Cancer, this is where we're not going to be able to deny the facts anymore. They're going to be straight up in our face. Okay. So give me one card for today, please. Give me one card. What is the energy? Work. Yeah. And be mindful of sneaky people trying to get away with shit that are a little aggressive. All right. Focus on your work. Focus on working on you. That's the best way to work with the Saturn, Venus, energy. Are you doing the work? Are you going within and focusing on you versus focusing on everybody else? Are you taking the information that's being delivered, and are you truly putting in the work to make the changes in order for your manifestations to come in? Be mindful. There's a lot of sneaky motherfuckers out there that's going to lie, that's going to try to get away with shit. So, keep your head on a swivel. When you see people as they are, believe what you see. Trust me. I do. And people never really know. When I say, God, I feel XYZ, show me the truth. And then people show up and they say whatever I feel to my face. I'm like, I see you. Thank you for the confirmation. That's all I got to do. And it's always shown to me. Always. So, focus on you. Focus on your work. Focus on your money. Focus on your own abundance. Stay in your own lane. Try to stay out of this religious war that they're trying to bring into fruition. Trust me. God's people are the only ones that are strong enough to actually bring it into fruition. But there's enough of us out there that knows this information that can override that. So, hold on. I love you guys, and I'll be back for another update soon. Bye.